Songwriter lives right here in Mountain View part-time. Oregon the other time.
Yeah.
So anyway, don't tell him what Kenny will come up with, but he writes some good stuff and sings some good stuff. So here he is, Kenny Yarbrough.
Songs today, and hopefully you guys will know some of the words and can help us out a little bit. Yeah. So the first one is, where could I go but to the Lord? Well, living below in this old sinful world, hardly a comfort can afford. But alone and face temptation sore, where could I go but to the Lord? Where could I go? Oh, where could I go? Seeking a refuge for my soul, needing a friend to help me in the end. Where could I go but to the Lord? Come on, Ed, all of you know the lead guitar player is Ed Javner. Got his wife on the bass. Marty Randall back here singing and playing rhythm guitar. And then yours truly, Kenny Yarbrough. Neighbors are kind, I love them everyone. We get along in sweet accord. But when my soul needs manna from above, where could I go but to the Lord? Where could I go? Oh, where could I go? Seeking a refuge for my soul, needing a friend to help me in the end. Where could I go but to the Lord? One more time, Ed. Well, life here is grand with friends I love so dear. Comfort I get from God's own word. Yet when I face that chilling hand of death, where could I go but to the Lord? Where could I go? Oh, where could I go? Seeking a refuge for my soul, needing a friend to help me in the end. Where could I go but to the Lord? Where could I go but to the Lord? Thank you very much. We get Marty Randall up here to do a song, and we got him down, and he's going to be singing one of his songs a little bit later. But right now he's going to do one that I wrote, and hope you enjoy it. He does a good job on it.
Just one, two.
Playing three. wrote one called There's Been a Change in Me. That's in the key D.
I ran into the crowd I used to hang around. I told them that the world and I no longer could agree. But when they asked me why, well, this was my reply. There's been a change in me. There's been a change in me, a change in me. I'm not the man that I used to be. All things have passed away since Christ has set me free. There's been a change in me. That old man you knew before, he's gone forevermore, covered by the blood shed on Calvary. I am a brand new man. I've been washed by God's own hand. There's been a change in me. There's been a change in me, a change in me. I'm not the one that I used to be. All things have passed away since Christ has set me free. There's been a change in me. There's been a change, a big change in me.
I'm going to do a song that Eddie Arnold recorded way back in the 40s, and this is a really old song called Who at My Door is Standing. It'll kick me off in G. Oh yeah. Who at my door is standing, patiently drawing nigh?
Living up on the mountain. Well, I'm living up on the mountain, I'm alright. But I'm living up on the mountain, I'm alright. Well, you don't have to worry, don't have to get uptight. But I'm living up on the mountain, I'm alright. But I'm drinking from a well that don't run dry. But I'm drinking from a well that don't run dry. Well, you don't have to worry, don't have to get uptight. But I'm living up on the mountain, I'm alright. But I'm living on milk and honey, and I'm alright. But I'm living on milk and honey, I'm alright. Well, you don't have to worry, don't have to get uptight. But I'm living up on the mountain, I'm alright. But I'm living up on the mountain, and I'm alright. But I'm living up on the mountain, I'm alright. Well, you don't have to worry, don't have to get uptight. But I'm living up on the mountain, I'm alright.
Give Ed a big hand on that lead.
Well, I sleep right with the angels every night. Well, I'm sleeping with the angels and I'm alright. Well, there's angels all around my bed when I go to sleep at night. Well, I'm living up on the mountain and I'm alright. Well, I'm living up on the mountain and I'm alright. But I'm living up on the mountain and I'm alright. Well, you don't have to worry, don't have to get uptight. But I'm living up on the mountain and I'm alright. Well, you don't have to worry, don't have to get uptight. But I'm living up on the mountain and I'm alright. But I'm living up on the mountain and I'm alright.
Chief.
What do you want you to call when you see us in? You suggested it, now you let me think.
What's
We
long?
got it here. We don't know. Just drifting along without nobody to see. Jones and I will take away. My loved ones so gone and my friends have turned around. Just drifting for the road, memories searching for 3 miles down the line. Somewhere above in this old sea of sin and shame, I thought a sweet voice called my name. I knew it was my Savior, the one who died for me. It was Jesus who had taken all my pain. It was Jesus who had taken all my pain.
Whenever we get too loud up here, we don't know what's too loud, whether it's the microphones, the music, or what. So if you're going to complain about it or say anything about it, please come and tell us what's too loud, because we don't know. You can't hear up here. I understand that it was a little loud. We tried to turn it down, and then we can't hear, so I don't know. But anyway, I'm sorry. Let's do that. If Jesus didn't hear.
I've got a little comedy routine here that somebody handed me on the way in. I've never done this, so this will be a first. So anyway, I wanted to do it because they asked me to do it. You know that all potatoes have eyes. Well, Mr. and Mrs. Potato had eyes for each other. They finally got married and had a little one, a real sweet potato whom they call Yam. They wanted the best for little Yam, telling her about the facts of life. They warned her about going out and getting half-baked because she could get mashed, get a bad name like hot potato, and then wind up with a bunch of little tater tots. She said not to worry. No Mr. Mixbud would sack her and make a rotten potato out of her. But she wasn't going to stay home and become a couch potato either. She would get plenty of food and exercise so she wouldn't wind up like her shoestring cousin. Well, Mrs. and Mr. Potato even warned Yum about sending her to Europe. They went out with them hard-balled Irish guys or them greasy French fried guys. Then they said she would watch out for them Indians. When she went out west, she might get scalloped. So Mr. and Mrs. Potato wanted the best for Yum, so they sent her to Idaho PU, Potato University, from which the big names come. That when she graduated, she'd really be in the chips. But one day she came home and told the folks she was going to marry Walter Cronkite. Mr. and Mrs. Potato was very upset, because they said Walter Cronkite was just a commentator.
Okay. If Jesus didn't care. Jesus spoke to me so many times, I know. He said, come to me, but your heart said no. And you turned away to live your life of
They always
sin.
get together on Friday morning. We don't always go.
He loved you, so why won't you let him in? If Jesus didn't care, you'd be crying. You'd be so sorry for your life of sin. It would be too late to ever make amends. If Jesus didn't care, you'd never have a chance again. Boy, I've been out.
There's a lighthouse on the hillside that overlooks life's sea, and when it's tossed it sends out a light that I might see. But the light that shines in darkness now will clearly lead us on. If it wasn't for the lighthouse, tell me where would this ship be? I thank God for the lighthouse. I owe my life to Him. For Jesus is the lighthouse, and from the rocks of sin He has shown His light around me, that I might clearly see. And if it wasn't for the lighthouse, tell me where would this ship be? Everybody that lives around us, they say tear that old lighthouse down. Oh, the big ships don't sail this way anymore. There's no use of it standing around. When time goes by to that stormy night, when just in time I saw the light from that old lighthouse that stands up there on the hill. And I thank God for the lighthouse. I owe my life to Him. For Jesus is the lighthouse, and from the rocks of sin He has shown His light around me, that I might clearly see. And if it wasn't for the lighthouse, tell me where would this ship be? And if it wasn't for the lighthouse, tell me where would this ship be? This ship
Let's see what we got here. I'll just speed one up here and get a little bluegrass tune going. Gospel bluegrass, that is. Like mine. A song called Prayer Bells. Well, while we are living in this world of care, many is the burden that we have to bear. But there's a prayer bell at the Lord's right hand. Give it a ring and He will understand. heaven, oh, how sweetly they ring, bearing the message unto Jesus our King. When you are burdened down with trouble and care, ring on and on, for God will answer your prayer. Jesus our King, when you are burdened down with trouble and care, ring on and on, for God will answer your prayer. Come on, one more time. 3 Hebrew children to the flames were thrown, because a mortal king they would not own. Jesus delivered and the king then saw prayer bells from heaven beats a man-made law. Well, prayer bells from heaven, oh, how sweetly they ring, bearing a message unto Jesus our King. When you are burdened down with trouble and care, ring on and on, for God will answer your prayer. Ring on and on, for God will answer your prayer.
The Bible's on Matthew chapter 7 and verse 14. It says, "Straight is the gate and narrow is the way that leads to life, and few there be that finds it." So we're going to help them with working the road to glory. I learned this from a preacher when I was about 8-year-old. I went to church and the preacher was singing this song, and this is all I can remember of it. G chord. I often think of the days so swiftly passing away. The road to heaven seems hard to find. Still I am doing my best to reach at home of the blessed, make it easy on those behind. Working the road to glory, working the road, helping the weak and blind. I want to hear them someday in heaven lovingly say, "You made it easy on me behind." Pledge it.
hanging on by
dumb to talk. There's a picture hanging on my wall of a man who's hanging on a cross. His crucifixion is what saved you and me. And yes, it's Jesus in that picture on my wall. Yes, I was told he turned water into wine, and the fishermen caught plenty when there were none. He fed 5,000 when they gathered on the hillside. Bread and fishes Jesus then he multiplied. There's a picture hanging on my wall of a man who's hanging on a cross. His crucifixion is what saved you. And yes, it's Jesus in that picture on my wall. And yes, it's Jesus in that picture on my wall.
Thank you, Marty. You know, I just got back home here about 3 weeks ago, but I got back up to the home place up here, and it reminded me of what happened about 4 years ago. My wife can't live here because of her asthma. It's so bad on her, we had to move her back to Oregon, so I come back to take care of the place. But anyway, it got to bringing back some memories, and she wanted a little dog about 4 years ago. And so I told her, I said, well, I just seen some down at Walmart. And I said, they're little black and white dogs. And she said, just what I wanted. So she went down and got her one. She brought that dog home, and of course it just fell in love with her, and she did it too. About 3 weeks later, I was out mowing the lawn, and I got one of those big zero-turn lawn mowers to mow that big lawn up there. And she come out one day and says, please let me learn. I want to learn how to drive that thing. It looks like fun. I said, okay. So I let her get on it, and I went in the house to get me a bottle of water, and when I went in, the screen door didn't close, and that little puppy got out. And it ran right straight to Mama. You know, I mean, he seen her over there, and he took off. Well, she was trying to steer that thing, and she couldn't steer away from him because she didn't know just exactly how to steer it. She ran over that poor little dog with that lawnmower. Well, now fortunately, it didn't kill it, but it cut its tail off. Its little tail was sticking up like a little pig, you know, and it cut its tail off. Well, I heard the dog scream, and I heard her scream, and I went outside, and there she was. She picked that little dog up, she reached down and got its little tail, and she started running back across the yard. I said, well, where are you going? She said, well, I'm going to Walmart. And I said, what in the world are you taking that dog down to Walmart for? She said, well, everybody knows that Walmart's the biggest retailer in the world. Life is easy when you're up on a mountain.
like you've never known. Then things change and you're down in the valley. Don't lose faith, for you're never alone. For the God on the mountain is still God in the valley. When things go wrong, He makes everything right. And the God of the good time is still God in the bad time. And the God of the day is still God in the night. Talk of faith when you're up on the mountain. Oh, but talk comes so easy when life's at its best. But it's down in the valley of trials and temptation. That's when faith is really put to the test. For the God on the mountain is still God in the valley. When things go wrong, He makes everything right. And the God of the good time is still God in the bad time. And the God of the day is still God in the night. And the God of the day is still God in the night. Thank you. I'm on my way to heaven. My journey's getting sweeter every day. I'm walking with Jesus, talking with Jesus all along the way. And my soul gets so happy, I shout and I sing night and day. I'm on my way to heaven, my journey's getting sweeter every day. I had my ups and downs, sorrows and crowns passed my way. But I paid no attention, dropped the attention all along the way. Now we're in on the gets down, makes it toss and the sky turns gray. I'm on my way to heaven and my journey's getting sweeter every day. saved me when he walked upon my sin's way. Now he leads me, guides me, protects me, and hides me, makes me each day. And I know that he loves me, enters my heart to stay. I'm on my way to heaven, and my journey gets sweeter every day. Oh, I'm on my way to heaven, and my journey gets sweeter every day. I'm walking with Jesus, talking with Jesus all along the way. Then my soul gets happy that I shout and I sing night and day. I'm on my way to heaven, my journey's getting sweeter every day. I'm on my way to heaven, my journey's getting sweeter every day.
All right, this is from, if you people in your Bible again, this is from Revelation chapter 6, verse 8. He says, "And I looked, and behold, a pale horse. And the one that sat up on him was dead, and hell followed with him." So we're going to do "When the Pale Horse and His Rider Goes By." It's a Hank Williams song. Listen, poor sinner, you're drifting away from the dear Savior who's pleading today. Oh, what would you do when the Savior ain't nigh? When the pale horse and his rider goes by, the time now ain't long for the Savior to come. That's when you'll be judged by the deeds you have done. On that judgment day, you'll weep and you'll cry. Oh, when the pale horse and his rider goes by. Play it in. Trumpet sounds on the sinners below. Not even the angels in heaven will know. And that's when you'll wish you had Jesus nigh. When the pale horse and his rider goes by. So won't you redeem your poor wicked soul? You can't pay your way with silver and gold. If you're not saved, you're lost in the night. Oh, when the pale horse and his rider goes by.
What a journey it's been. Paul was a prisoner on a journey on the sea, and his ship with the tempest was tossed. But an angel of God stood by him and said, "Fear not, for none would be lost." What a journey it's been since I met the Master, and Jesus saved me from sin. The journey's been long and I'm nearing the end. What a journey, what a journey it's been. Well, I started on this journey years ago with the Lord, but sometimes my ship's in a storm. But the Lord has kept His promise to never leave me alone, and someday my ship will sail home. What a journey it's been since I met the Master, and Jesus saved me from sin. The journey's been long and I'm nearing the end. What a journey, what a journey it's been. The journey's been long and I'm nearing the end. What a journey, what a journey it's been.
A yodeling song, but I don't know if my voice will take it or not, but I'll give it a try. It's called, what is it? Anyway, you know what? I got a good memory, but it's only about an 1/8 of an inch long. You know, when you get older, that's the first thing you lose, I think. But anyway, I'll think of a second. When I was young, I was rowdy. Never done the things that's right. When I was young, I was rowdy. Never done the things that's right. And I knew where I was headed, and I couldn't sleep at night. So I went down to that church house, got on my knees and prayed. Went on down to that church house. my sins away. Yodelay, yodelay, yodelay. Let me tell you, sinner, just what you need to do. Yeah, let me tell you, sinner, just what you need to do. Get on down to that church house and do a little talking too. Come on down to that church house, get on your knees and pray. Come on down to that church house, get on your knees and pray. And ask the good Lord up in heaven to wash all your sins away. Yodelay, yodelay, yodelay. Come on in. Well, since I've met my Jesus, things ain't been the same. Since I've met my Jesus, things ain't been the same. And the joy that I'm feeling, well, I just can't explain. Because I went down to that church house, got on my knees and prayed. I went on down to that church house, got on my knees and prayed. And I asked the good Lord up in heaven to wash all my sins away. Yes. I didn't get.
But I've just been handed a memo that Betty Pogue over here at the front desk is having a birthday today. According to this memo, she's 18. No, that can't be right. I've got it upside down. She's 86. So, Betty Pogue over today. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're going to do happy birthday. Come up here, Kenny, and then sing this. Where's him saying happy birthday to her?
Dewey. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Betty.
Send it that front desk.
Happy birthday to you.
Little comedy routine called She's My Darling, My Daisy. That's what you get. She's my darling, my Daisy. She's cross-eyed and crazy. My humpback gal that lived up on the hill. Why, she took strychnine and died, and I hope she's satisfied, 'cause she done the whole blame mess against my will. She used to set up on my knee just as free as you please. And she told me she was gonna go away. Well, I took it as a joke. I didn't think she was gonna croak. She'd never died so suddenly before. She's my darling, my Daisy. She's cross-eyed and crazy. My humpback gal that lived up on the hill. Oh, she took strychnine and died, and I hope she's satisfied, 'cause she done the whole blame mess against my will. Well, all right. Well, now she's died and gone to rest. I'll fulfill her last request, and I'll plant a batch of onions on her grave. So when I go passing by, I can fuck her cover up and cry. Oh, how an onion makes me rain. Keep my darling, my daisy, she's cross-eyed and crazy. My humpback gal that lived up on the hill. While she took strychnine and died, and I hope she's satisfied, 'cause she done the whole blame mess against my will. By the color of her eyes, and our effort to revive her was in vain. But we knew the game was lost when we brought out Epsom salts. She jumped up and sneezed, and then she died again. She's my darling, my daisy, she's cross-eyed and crazy. My humpback gal that lived up on the hill. Yeah, she took strychnine and died, and I hope she's satisfied, 'cause she done the whole blame mess against my will.
CD, I don't have any CDs with me. I ran out. I do have a CD out, but all gospel songs, the ones I wrote. It's called I'm on My Way, I'm Heaven Bound. Well, I'm on my way, I'm heaven bound. I've got Jesus in my heart, a new life I found. Jesus died upon the cross so my soul would not be lost. I'm on my way, I'm heaven bound. In this world, I search for love. In this world, I search for happiness. In this world, I've tried it all. Then I heard my Savior call. I'm on my way, I'm heaven bound. I've got Jesus in my heart, a new life I found. Jesus died upon the cross so my soul would not be lost. I'm on my way, I'm heaven bound. Good news, don't you see? Just call upon His name, He'll set you free. Just trust in Him and believe His word, then your prayers will all be heard. I'm on my way, I'm heaven bound. I've got Jesus in my heart, a new life I found. Jesus died upon the cross so my soul would not be lost. I'm on my way, I'm heaven bound. In my sins, I walked alone. I had no earthly place to call my own. Now someday I'll wear a crown, for I know that now I'm heaven bound. I'm on my way, I'm heaven bound. I've got Jesus in my heart, a new life I found. Jesus died upon the cross so my soul would not be lost. I'm on my way, I'm heaven bound. I'm on my way, I'm heaven bound.
Another big round of applause before I start. Thank you so much for being here. It's a special day for us. We appreciate you being here. You know, I do it in like A or B flat or something like that. Either one of them. Okay, A. Okay. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
hear everybody sing that, okay?
'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious was that grace appeared the hour I first